Are you that one man in the crew that wears flip-flops with long socks? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MavAttack. Are you guys ready for some more Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain gameplay? You better freaking be. A new 30-minute gameplay demo was revealed at E3 2015, and I just freaking fanboyed over the whole thing. So I'm here to bring you guys some information to get me hyped, to get you hyped for Metal Gear on the channel. So without further ado, let's fucking start. So the very beginning of the gameplay demo has Snake chilling in his helicopter. Now this helicopter serves as a gameplay hub for you before you start missions. It shows your mission intel, different photos around the ship, your current weapon loadout, so you'll see your weapon like chilling up on the wall. You'll see your buddy that's with you will be sitting there with you, whatever buddy you choose to bring on the mission, whether it be Silent, whether it be D-Dog. And this ship is where you group up, you look at your intel, you figure out what your missions are, how you're gonna tackle each mission in the open world, and also your loadout. So you can load out different things like your weapon, which you can actually go into deep customizing in your weapon. You can customize cosmetics, you can customize, silencers, scopes. You can even take parts from, say, an assault rifle and put it onto a submachine gun, which is pretty freaking awesome. But aside from that, you can also do different loadouts, such as what your actual buddy has in their loadout, so what gun they're carrying into battle, what skin they have on. And you can also decide what vehicle you want to spawn in with you as well before you get onto the battlefield. Now, there's also an in-game emblem creator that you can use. You can actually put that like on your vest or put that on your car and have that like shown in the world, which is a pretty nice, cool cosmetic touch to the game. Another pretty cool feature that also showed up in a previous Metal Gear game was you actually don't have to go into and tackle the mission as Snake. You can go in as different characters that are on your actual team. So say you go capture some dude out in the field, he's got just boosted combat stats and he's a savage. You can actually spawn him in instead of Snake and play as him for the duration of whatever mission you're trying to accomplish. So that's actually pretty cool, bringing different people and having different experiences for different people into this open world. It's like... So in the demo, they flew in, they dropped down onto the land, and they were free to tackle whatever mission in the area that they wanted to at their own pace. They could set what time of day they wanted to drop in, and they could even wait for different weather conditions to fly by. So once they dropped in, there's different missions that they can tackle. They can pick a couple side missions that will help with intel for the main mission, or they can just go straight into the main mission. But it's your choice, it's your freedom, do whatever the heck you wanna. Intel gathering is a really important aspect of Metal Gear Solid, and for some missions you need to know Russian. You need to know different languages to accomplish these missions, but you don't know that, so you have to go out, you have to find a person that can interpret languages for you, and you have to capture them and take them back to Mother Base. The cool part about this, and I'll set up a scenario here, so say you're creeping up on some enemy, and you grab them, and you need intel on the area boss. Tell me what a freaking boss is. Tell me what a big boss. The guy you're holding is like, you just don't understand him. So from learning that, you're like, okay, I don't know what the language is in this area. I have to find the person that can interpret these languages for me. And not only find them, but knock them out and not kill them, non-lethal takedowns, and take them back to Mother Base so we can process them and actually use them on the field for our advantage. So that is a huge gameplay factor that helps with recon and intel and being able to more effectively understand the mission and what you're trying to accomplish overall. Now in doing these missions, your buddy also has a role to play. You're gonna have your buddy either scout out and find enemies and actually pinpoint them on your map like intel and have them pop up on your map as they see them. Or if you're in a bind, you can have your buddy run out and distract a guard for you. That way you can sneak by him or go in for a takedown. There's a lot of interactions, not only between environments, enemies, and Snake himself, but between your buddies, because your buddy's main job is to be there for you, is to help you accomplish your mission. So a buddy's job is an important job. Is this you? Are you just tired? Tired of opening up the refrigerator and seeing nothing inside but a can of Cool Whip? Are you sick of it? Do you wish you had food in your refrigerator? I mean, goodness gracious, you need to eat, right? It's pathetic, and you know it's pathetic. Look at you. Look at you. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. You need some change, you need some help. Are you that one man in the crew that wears flip-flops with long socks? Are you just hopeless? Now, do you want to change things? Do you want to have money in your pocket? Do you want food in your refrigerator? Well, now you can by getting a f***ing job. Now you can do things like buy a hat, or change your hat, or buy a different hat. You can get blinged out with a new necklace, or stun on your friends with a new watch. You can even serenade the ladies with new guitar skills, and singing skills, of course, all with money by getting a new job.
Pop in the back while I'm whipping the gold. I'm a new thing when you lose control. No.
So go out there and quit being a lazy ass bum and get yourself a job. Attack that like button if you... So further on through the demo, there was shown different radios around the areas, and Snake would creep in and you could hear the music playing. Because this game is set in the 1980s, there are actually cassette tapes playing different hits from the 80s songs. You can actually go up to these stereos and snatch these tapes out and then listen to these songs while you're out in the world doing your thing. So say you hear Maneater by Hall & Oates playing on a stereo in a freaking compound. You go into the compound, knock out the people that are listening to it, doing whatever, and you can actually grab the tape from up out of the stereo, put that in your inventory, and then run through the desert while listening to Maneater. Because this game is freaking Game of the Year 2015. A new buddy was announced that actually made me lose my freaking marbles all over the ground. As you can tell, I'm just a huge Metal Gear fanboy, and I'm just trying to bring you guys all this information and show you why I'm excited, because once this game drops, there's going to be so much Metal Gear content on the channel. Anyway, so this new buddy, his name is D-Walker. Now, what he does is he spawns in, he's a mini-mech, but you can actually ride and walk on D-Walker. Now, there are different modes of D-Walker. Now, once you land on him, he can walk around, you know what I'm saying? You walk around on him, and then you can pick up the pace and sprint, and then you can go on full speed sprint, and then it turns into a freaking transformer. His legs will transform into wheels, and he can freaking glide across the ground with his wheels. And his wheels are ultra low sound, so you can actually use the wheels and creep up on an enemy. And you can actually use the arm of the D-Walker to knock out enemies that are in your path. It's pretty, it looks pretty hilarious. Like, check it out.
Fairly hard for us to be spotted by enemies because he moves quite silently, allowing us to sneak up on enemies like so. And we can also use CQC or even pick up enemies using his robotic arm if we like.
And D-Walker also has a minigun on his arm which he can like mow enemies down with. It's also, it's amazing. Every time they drop gameplay, I see more and more stuff that I'm more and more excited about. So that is something I really anticipate, the D-Walker. Oh yeah, and just like your human buddies or, you know, your D-Dog, the D-Walker can actually scout the area and find enemies as well for your recon. So anybody that you have can really help you. As long as you utilize them effectively and take care of them, they're gonna hold you down the whole time you freaking play this game. Now, what I noticed later on in the gameplay demo is enemies will actually adapt to what you've done in previous missions. So say you're on a mission now, the mission previously you took a lot of headshots, you gave a lot of you shot a lot of people in their freaking heads. Well, the next mission that you go to, they got smarter, they got metal caps, they got, you know, lots of armor on. They're gonna step their game up, so you have to step yours up even more. And that's where the stealth and the mind games and the analyzation come into play, where Metal Gear Solid really takes itself really seriously as far as analyzation, taking your time goes. So you'll have to anticipate what these enemies are anticipating from you. So not only will enemies adapt with head armor, but they'll also get riot shields and body armor. Well, riot shields, they can run up on you in them, or they can use the shield to block your bullets and shoot from around it. They can also deploy their own decoys as well as your own decoys yourself. So they'll have decoys set up where you think it's gonna be a person, and you get alerted to their presence, but it's not. It's just an inflatable, like. And lastly, there wasn't too much else shown that we haven't seen before, but you know, you can always knock people out, drag them outside, and then Fulton them back to your mother base, which we'll talk about in further videos. There will also be things in the game as well that you can take steps to destroy a certain thing or knock out a certain person that will just make your mission that much more easy. So say there's a shield relay or a AA gun that's gonna knock out your freaking escape chopper, you can go over there, plant C4, get a rocket launcher, take it out whatever way you can, and that will make it so you can get out easier. And if you don't do that, then obviously you're gonna have to figure out how you're going to get to your escape chopper by getting chased down by these people, because your escape chopper can actually provide support for you from its chopper gunner. So there are just so many things to analyze, so many things to realize, and so many things to anticipate when Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain drops September 1st, 2015 for like every freaking system. But thank you guys all so much for watching this episode of MavAttack. If you enjoyed this episode, attack that like button. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that stick with me. I was gone for a week and just, you know, a hiatus. Just had to get my stuff together, but I'm back in here. I'm back, and then MavAttack. Oh, you hear Mav stay rad, and all you see Mav stay fab, and I'll see you all on the next episode of MavAttack. Move. Shout out to Zach.